Grocery prices are out of control. You put 5 items in your cart and you're already at $100 before tax is applied. How much more can our wallets stretch under the current economic strains and uncertainty? I'm right there with you, attempting to stretch my budget to be able to afford groceries and the basic needs that I have to get for myself and for my family. This article that I'm going to be sharing with you all shares 5 ways to save on groceries. It is titled Many Americans Are Struggling with Food Price Inflation. Here's how to save on groceries. Now, I have some startling facts for you guys, but it probably isn't that startling because there's more people in this boat than out of the boat. Let's go ahead and address that 77% of Americans are stating they feel the increase in groceries. That is an insane number, guys, especially with the billions of people that are here in the US. They are also stating that they feel the increase of groceries because food prices have risen 24% since 2020. Tariffs will contribute to 2.6% increase in food costs and 5.4% increase in produce. That's a lot, guys. I mean, you think about it, your fruits, your vegetables, those things that maybe a lot of people are now trying to eat more of to steer away from protein products, especially meat products because of the cost of meat, and produce is actually going up in price. So some ways that people are paying for groceries currently are credit card debt and buy now pay later loans, which fall into the delinquent category. I talked about this in a previous video, how individuals are doing buy now pay later loans for groceries, but they're not able to keep up with that pricing. They're pretty much defaulting on those loans. So even though they are using those loans in order to get groceries, get food, get basic needs and things that, they need for themselves and for their families, it is not working out with them being able to pay those loans. We're going to look at some ways that you can cut your grocery bill before prices skyrocket, which a lot of prices have already skyrocketed. You all have seen that in the grocery store each and every week that you go in there. Before more tariffs are implemented, I want to share 5 ways for you to cut that grocery bill as best as you can. So the first way is going to be meal planning. I've talked about this several times in several different videos. I want us to start making a list for our groceries that we want to buy. Don't go into the grocery store blindly. View the grocery store circulars. You can do that online, or you can look at the paper hard copy. A lot of grocery stores still have that. Don't go in when you are hungry. I have done that before, and I've started putting everything in my cart that does not need to be in there. Also, another good tip, which I started doing, was I shop for groceries and meals for that week. I don't try to plan it out for 2 weeks and or a month, but I solely look at just the week that I'm in. So if that means that I'm planning out meals for lunch and dinner, mostly mainly because I know that breakfast is going to be taken care of on its own. And that is what I do. I make sure that I make my grocery list according to lunch and dinner. Sometimes things for lunch can be also for dinner, or vice versa. Things that you have for dinner can be for lunch the next day. So look at it that way also. So that is tip number 1 in order to cut your grocery bill before prices start to skyrocket. Tip number 2 is making sure that you stack coupons and discounts. If you have a store that is close to you that has a store loyalty program, for example, Kroger has one, and they will send out coupons to me every single month. Normally in that pack of coupons, there is at least 1 or 2 things that they are giving to me for free. And it literally says, this is your free item. So if you have a store loyalty that you are brand loyal to, that you are always going to, you can sign up for their loyalty program. Now, obviously, their promotions and things that they have will vary, but you want to take advantage of that because you could be getting some free items that you normally purchase anyway. With Kroger, the coupons are tailored to the things that I'm already buying. So I get 40 cents off for maybe eggs, or they may have a free juice that I get. Whatever it is for that loyalty program, you want to make sure that you are signing up for it. Also, I've talked about another way that you can save on your groceries is by using apps, cashback apps at that. Fetch, Ibotta, Shopkick, Receipt Hog. All you're doing is scanning your receipts after your purchases, and you are receiving cash back for those purchases. That is a great way to receive money back. You can cash in for gift cards and or cash. That is money that comes back to you, and you can turn around and get a gift card with those cashback apps in order to help you save even more for your groceries. The third way that we're going to be cutting our grocery bill before those prices skyrocket is store brands. I know some of us, we are brand loyal to the core, and we don't want to actually buy anything that is off brand. However, I'm challenging you to start looking at that. Off brand items can cost 5 to 72% less per serving. That is a lot of savings, guys. A lot of times they taste just as good as the brand names and they save you on the cost. Let's look at redefining our mindset on brand name and off brand items. The fourth way that we are going to look at cutting down our grocery bill before everything spikes up is to reconsider where we shop. Compare store prices on their websites or different apps for them. Per Credit Karma, 22% of consumers are prioritizing retailers that offer promotions. So we want those discounts. They know that we need those discounts. That's where a lot of consumers are putting their money and spending their money. 35% shop discount stores like Dollar Tree or Dollar General in order to get groceries and or food. I kid you not, I was in Dollar General earlier this week and I actually saw two people that were in line. There was five of us in line. At least two people had in their cart grocery items. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough for them to be like, okay, I need to get us over the hump for the next meal of the day. Now, normally you wouldn't think that people would be shopping there at Dollar General in order to get grocery items, but Dollar General is proving to be a lot cheaper than your regular grocery store. So that may be an alternative along with other discount stores where you may shop. I have a local store in my area where they have all discount products. I will be sharing that video with you guys to show you some of the things that they have, as well as the prices that they have for their items compared to a regular grocery store. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you are subscribed so that you can get budgeting, saving, mortgage free, and side hustle income, such as me sharing information like this in this video, because I want to make sure that we are getting good deals and that we are able to get the items that we have with the money, the salary, the pay that we have. The fifth way that we can save money with prices skyrocketing is government and local aid. And I know some individuals may feel as though they don't want to use these particular services, but sometimes you just need a little bit of help. So Credit Karma reports that 17% of consumers applied or considered applying for food stamps. 16% of consumers rely on food banks. So local food banks and pantries are easily accessible compared to applying for government benefits. You know, if you've ever tried to apply for some type of government assistance, you have to jump through a million hoops and or you have to be at a very, very, very low income threshold in order to be able to qualify for anything. You have to have a certain amount of individuals that are in your household. It cannot be like a dual income household situation unless both parties are at a very, very low income. And then even with the waiting process for that, you may still be denied. So food pantries and local food banks are great ways. Money, even look at local community colleges. They may be hosting where they have food pantries or banks on their campus. My neighbor next to me, he goes to a community college and he came over to my house about a couple weeks ago with bags of green beans because they were giving out bags of green beans and other fruits and vegetables at his school. And so he wanted to share those items with my family and I. So some pantries and banks, just to be clear, may require proof of income and or residence just to make sure that you actually live in the area where they are providing services and goods, and also to make sure that you're not taking advantage of the system that they have in place, because they do want to provide help and assistance to individuals that actually need it, and not individuals that may get those items and or price gouge and sell them to other individuals or take advantage of the situation. If you need to look up the nearest food bank and or just pantry that's close to you, feedingamerica.org is a resource, or 211.org. Also, a lot of churches will host food banks and pantries. So make sure you look locally at your churches that are in your guys. I hope that this article shed a little bit of light, because I know that we are all feeling it regarding paying for groceries at this time and just trying to afford things that we need. Hopefully these give you some tips and some ways that you can help combat these situations. If you are looking at any of the apps that I talked about in my description box, I do have some of these apps listed and that I have personally shown and used and showed here on my channel. There is a referral link in the description box. You can sign up and get a referral bonus along with myself. It helps me, it helps you, and you can start getting some money back for those things that you are spending money on. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? And in this video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Please make sure you listen closely to how you can enter this giveaway, because I do know that we are struggling a lot. I wanted to give back in a small portion, a small way. So this is the giveaway details. You must be 18 or older. If you are in the US, a gift card to Walmart or Aldi, each one of your choice, of $25 will be awarded. In the comment section, I want you to share how you are managing your grocery budget currently. That is your way that you're going to enter this giveaway. If you are a non-US resident, you can still enter. However, you won't receive a gift card, but it will be $25 through CashApp. So you have to make sure that you actually have a CashApp account. That is the way that I will be sending cash for non-US resident if you are the winner. You must also be publicly subscribed to my channel. Giveaway will close on May 26 at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure that you are in that window and that you are leaving a comment of how you are managing your grocery budget, and make sure that you enter all of that information so that you can be a part of this and win that giveaway, and hopefully that will help you with your grocery budget. If you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more content that I have here on my channel, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the all notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the uploads that I have. If you are a returning subscriber of mine, thank you guys so much for always supporting my channel, and I'm hoping that I'm providing some value to you guys. Until I see you guys in the next video, bye.